Hello everyone, it's Dragonfire 1000 here, and today I'm going to be doing a Blender tutorial. Now a little bit of shortcuts on this. This is going to be the way that I learned to do Blender. It's going to be very simple, simplistic as best as I can do. No fluff, no extra information, just straight to the point. I'm going to first start off with getting you acquainted with the main tools you're going to be using throughout the modeling process. Nothing beyond this, just the simple basic stuff. So, one thing we're going to get acquainted with is the object and edit mode for our needs. Sculpting is a little bit secondary, so I won't worry about that. Object and edit mode, right? These guys. Then there's the navigation, the little compass. That's another thing you're going to be using a lot to switch your sides, so on and so forth. And then your mouse wheel to rotate around, and your shift and mouse wheel to pan. Simple, easy, okay, good. So, one thing that we have is object mode. So object mode is basically where you're placing things in, you're putting your stuff in there. You do Shift A to add different things. So you can add your cubes, whatever you name it. You can throw a monkey in there if you really want to. Then this also is just moving things around as well. The other thing you're going to learn is the G for grab, which I just did there. The S for scale. And that's basically about it for this. So when we're doing the scale and moving, we're moving the whole object as it is in object mode. So remember, when you're doing S and M in the object mode, that is moving the object itself, all right? Now when we go into edit mode, when we do that, we grab what's called these little dots here. These are called vertices. And when we grab the vertices, that moves the vertices that we select. And when we're in edit mode, there are some new tools that we get more acquainted with. The one where we do X-ray. So if we were to select with the box, we grab both the vertices. But if we were just to select it with one mouse button, we just grab one vertice. Okay, still follow me on that? We can also do different modes here, but we're not worrying about that for now. Okay, now the other thing we can do is if we grab two sides and we hit S, we scale it. If we want to change how we're scaling, we can go S and then the axis we want. So SZ to go up. It won't show it there. SX to go on the x-axis because this is where the sides are. Or if we go XY, it moves on these scales, right? Still following me? Good. Same thing applies to the grab. We grab, we move it all around town. All around town. All right. And if you want to go specifically on an axis, GY, GX. We can't see it there? Move to there. GX. Ooh, ooh, ooh. GZ. Boop. Oh. Boop. Boop. Okay? So that's basically the normal tools you're going to use there in terms of just slightly affecting what you have. Now, if you're wanting to add more vertices to things, that's where we get a little bit more into the details. So if you're wanting to extend a side, make sure you're grabbing the sides you want to extend and press E to extend it. They call it extrude on here. I call it extend. Same thing, extrude, extend, right? Now, if you got the sides, you're extruding the whole thing. You're extending it out. So EY, because you're only grabbing the edge, you're only grabbing that. But if you want to grab the whole entire face, you grab the whole entire face. E, Y, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, you want to go to the Z axis? You want to bring it up? Okay. E, Z. Just like that. That's your basics. Now, if you want to cut this into little pieces and start making it a little more round, Control R for a loop cut. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay? And then that, S, X, or Y. Now we start to narrow it. Okay? We made a little bit of a weird ass stop sign, but that doesn't matter. I'm just basically showing you what those things do. So yeah, now you've got an octagon. Oh, she's too thick? Grab it, G and X. And you slide it down that way. Oh, you want to make it more thick? No problem. G and X, because that's our forward axis. Look at that. Still following me? Good. Okay, you want to put a bend in this sucker? Control R. G. Z to go up or go down. Doesn't matter. Just up and that. Or if you want to freeform it, just G. Done. So that's basically the very, very easy basics on modeling in Blender. I hope that was helpful and entertaining for you guys. I might do another one if you guys are interested in. So yeah, a few little pro tips before I let you go. Make sure that when you're making an object, do not overcomplicate it. Because if you overcomplicate it, it becomes harder to manipulate. And you don't want hard to manipulate objects. They're not fun. So, all right. So if you're making, let's say, let me go in the annotation tool here, right? And I want to make myself a good little circle, right? Make my little circle. You want to make sure that you're grabbing the edges that are the most widest parts and the narrowest parts. So here, right there, and then I'm just going to use my tools as I was explaining to you to make that circle be round as possible. And I know I've got this off kilter, but that doesn't matter. I'm just showing this as a very, very rough example. Okay, you following? I hope you are. Okay. So yeah, you just basically round out to the widest parts and then your narrowest parts, just right at the edge there. Okay. And that's your basics on modeling. I hope that helps. We'll see you in the next one if there is.